Good morning, guys. I've been trying to do this live for a couple of goes. This is the third time lucky. Just let me know if you can see the feed. Just adding it to a couple of groups. Please shout out in the messages if you can see this video and hear me all right. We'll get going in a moment. Hey there, Kiri. Good to have you online right now. Different time zone. How is everything in Greece? Just adding a couple more groups. Hey, Amanda. I got the new address, by the way. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Kathy. Just adding this to a couple of groups, and then we'll get going. Thank you for joining me Monday morning. First month to pass by, yeah. It's it certainly has been a very big energetic month, hasn't it? January 2023. So I just thought I'd hop on this morning to do a little promo of the energy that's happening right now for me personally. Maybe that may be supportive of your own process, and talking about the event that I'll be running, the Peacock Transmission, next weekend on the 5th of the 2nd, which is also the full moon in Leo, within Aquarius. Yep. So, which I've termed the Radiant Transmission, because it just feels like the energies are super intense right now. I feel like we're still in a bit of a frenzy of clearing, should we say, so that we can expand into this radiance, this higher light, this accelerated service work, this accelerated auric field that can really spread far and wide, and provide this kind of new earth neural net of consciousness that is sort of sweeping the planet as the starseed light workers, earth workers, continue to get stronger and do their work. Because we are the foundational matrices internally that are anchoring in these new light codes, so that we can really allow a further collapsing of the old consciousness and the old orders that no longer serve, hey Carol, that no longer serve the collective field. So, there's lots coming out right now, lots of further eruptions of information in regards to medical procedures, in regards to the geopolitical stage. So this feels like it's going to continue to ripple up and bubble up as this energy of rebellion, as this energy of really owning your strength, your power, and shining your light into the world. So this isn't always a pleasant process. Sometimes there is challenges and initiations within the energy of this full moon to invite us to step up more fully in our power, in our soul truth, and in our authentic expression of who we are. So many of us have felt the persecution of the old days of the pagans, the Merlin lineage, the Egyptian trauma from the mystery schools, and also even beyond that, the Galactic wars. Something that came through when I was talking to a dear friend yesterday in New Zealand was this needing to go beyond the labels now of galactic origins. You know, for many of us, there was this need to feel like we had a tribe, that we fitted in, that we had somewhere to call home, especially if many of us haven't felt like we felt anchored in our physicals and felt at home in ourselves most of our lives. So the energies are changing, are they not? And this is bringing up a lot. Yes, to those people that talked about an intense weekend, a very, very strong weekend, I felt around opening of the high heart. The high heart has really kind of been pummeled, because this is the seat of soul expression, to really expand. With it comes fear, with it comes maybe even anger. But this opening of this high heart is a necessary part for us to come more into our authentic expression of who we are, which many of us close down very early on in the piece, very, very early on in the piece. And so I guess we're in this very uncomfortable phase right now, kind of saying, oh my goodness, is it safe? Is it really safe to come out now? Is it really safe to speak our truth? Is it really safe to be more seen? So we're peeling off another layer. So we're being invited to really step forth here, really step forth. And I know that even if we are met with energies of conflict or discord, that we do not have to go back inward and internal and hide. And so this new moon, from the new moon a week ago and into this full moon, still in Aquarius, you know, we've been invited to let go of labels, as I said, let go of the labels of I'm a Palladian, I'm an Arcturian, I'm a Sirian, blah, blah, blah. Because what is coming through now is a higher cosmic consciousness, a higher cosmic consciousness of light. And yes, at the beginning of many starseeds awakening, we were attached to a certain extraterrestrial race, if you will, that we felt aligned with our personality this lifetime. But this moving into this Aquarian energy more deeply, we're asked to go even further than that. You know, we're asked to go even deeper than the labels of even the galactic races, to know that we are all source consciousness, and that the energies that are coming through now are combining many different flavors, at the same time. So it's almost like there's a rainbow light or a rainbow band coming in through the Antakarana all the way through to the Earth star. So this rainbow band, which is why really which is really why I termed the next transmission the Peacock Radiance transmission, is because we're all parts of the whole, and the whole is not a Palladian, the whole is not Sirian, it is a combination of many different energies. And so we've been invited now to let go of these labels because it's just another system really, so that we can feel like we belong and feel like we have a tribe. And of course, we all want to feel that. And we all want to feel connected to people and to the universe. And I'm not saying that's not a useful thing. And I'm not saying that's not something to support yourself. But, you know, just there are so many polarities playing out in the world right now. You know, really everything from the Australian Open, the medical procedures, the pandemic, climate change, so many themes that are polarized and dividing us, purposefully, of course, in some ways, to bring in duality and bring in separation. But this is a time to go beyond. So this is when the Aquarian energies really can help us, looking at the bigger picture, looking at the higher mind perspective, looking beyond the labels, so that we can actually bring in all of our energies into the physical vessel, which will really empower us in each of our chakras through the rainbow light codes, so that we can be that light, embody that light, be that balance, be that peace, be that strength in times of discord, in times of chaos, in times of dramatic dissolving of the old. We have been asked to just stay in our center and embody the codes. Stay in our center and embody the codes. So these codes that are coming in, I feel over the next month, particularly they're starting in the next opening at the full moon, 5th of February. Really rainbow light codes coming in to further expand our auric field, further expand us into the void of no thing, that we are just source frequency, and that is where we can sit in equanimity without judgment of other. So there's going to be a lot of energies coming up for people this year, especially this weekend was particularly huge. Yes, so there's lots of energies coming up for people, which can bring up big triggers and then we wish to polarize. But at the end of the day, it's about forgiveness of those that have hurt us in the past, about those that hurt us tomorrow, and that those that are in their own pain body and unaware of how they impact others. Yeah. And especially when you're in trauma, when you're in fear, when you're in scarcity, when you're in chaos, then you are going to potentially act out a little more than when you're feeling safe and secure within. So this is an important time to really keep working on your inner safety, inner security during this deeply transformational energy that's coming through the collective field. So the Peacock, yeah. So I'm going to be working with this piece during the Peacock Transmission in Sydney. A beautiful ocean jasper peacock skull. I'll be bringing it with me. It will be a 2-hour transmission in Crow's Nest, Sydney. So if you feel to join me for that online, if you're not in Sydney, Australia, you can book a ticket. I'll put the link below. It's on Sunday afternoon, 2 to 4 p.m. in Sydney. Queenslanders, it'll be 1 to 3 p.m. So it's going to be a radiant rainbow light transmission, working with the purity, the beauty, and the essence of the embodiment of the peacock. So this is about really expanding the energy field. If you imagine the feathers of the peacock, they sort of come up and out the back. So we'll really be working on this sense of the angelic energy behind us to really expand not only our auric field, but also this sense of humility, pride in self, without arrogance, but pride in self. Because really this is a time where we are invited to step up and not feel arrogant or boastful, but just simply being the energy that we came here to be. Simply being the energy that we came here to be. And in that we then shine a light for others to do the same in their own unique way, in their own unique timeline. Yeah. So it's a powerful week, I feel, leading up to this full moon. So to know that if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by the energies, triggered by the energies, even excited by the energies, that the energies is quite strong for change, and that if you are going through something and not sure, that is fine. That is perfectly fine, because we're still advancing forward from a place of not knowing, and really we're still anchoring in this energy, this rainbow light, into our chakra pillar, so that we can figure out the next steps of our journey, so that we can figure out I guess grounding in these rainbow codes will then bring in the inspirational thought through the matrix of the pineal and the chakra pillar to take us the next step. So at the moment we're in the code preparation phase, I feel. We're purging, we're releasing, we're detoxing the cellular body so that we can receive more light. And then as we receive more light, we activate the codes within the chakras. There was a very deep seed syllable code activation in the last ignition sequence activation. You can always tune into that transmission. It was a 1 hour transmission in the new moon about a week ago. If you wish to access that one, you can just PM me. Yeah. So it's a powerful time. It's okay not to know. It's okay to feel a bit disorientated by the energy, because things will come clear in time. But just be in a place of acceptance, be in a place of letting go, if possible, day to day, and just to be noticing what is coming up, what you're feeling, and what you're being invited to let go of. So I do want to do a little bit of a light language transmission to complete this little online session. And this is really for the high heart space. You know, this area here, there was a big energy release yesterday in the high space. For myself, I felt a little bit of fear, a little bit of anxiety coming up. And so I feel like I wanted to really just work with this high heart to release any energies of the old that are coming up as we expand this center, so that we can really empower ourselves forward without feeling that we need to protect ourselves. Yeah, so much so, Gia. I don't know how you pronounce your name, my love. But let us just work with the high heart. Shidid go banana ashalabar ala shabadagadig ala shibadabadi yanana ar ishkala burdo shilabanana kishidege badana kabotanaka sholipetiki banana kaporkabadanana kaporkanana barkata dananaka shoulder put a banana kabur shiliborga barka shiliborkanda the car shunta barka mandatika barka shilibarke So just breathing, a couple of breaths. So this was also a golden light transmission, that last transmission. So and the Elohim frequencies are here with us in this moment, just to really remind us of the source that we are. And they also say that yes, of course, you are beyond your galactic heritages that so many of you have aligned with in the last few years, and that you are now going into a phase of pure source creation. And when I say pure source creation, this is around beyond labels, beyond tribes, and simply aligning with your highest soul point, which is the 12th dimensional grid point access to your Elohim frequency, so that you are just that pure conduit of love, golden consciousness that can then move forward. And this is all you need. This is all you need. You just have to keep coming back to this this energy, and you will be provided for, you will be supported, and the synchronicities will come forth for you in whatever way is needed in your life, in divine timing, of course. Yeah. So also, I just want to introduce this little dude. He is a sea goat. Yeah. So this aligns with the Capricorn energy, but really I'm introducing him because he's calcite. Yeah, because he's calcite, and I feel for this next little phase that we're in, and I would say February, really, the month of February, I would really encourage that you get a piece of calcite. Yeah, you can get it from me, or you can get it at your local store, wherever you feel guided, or online, wherever you feel. Calcite bringing joy, in change, bringing some peace, and bringing some lightness in the path, because there's a lot unfolding. There's a lot of people concerned about the future. There's a lot of people been pulled and yanked in 20 million different directions by what's going on in the world. So we really have been invited to stand our ground, stay firm, hold our light. I know I keep banging on and on about this, but we need to keep being reminded, because Spirit keeps bringing this message through, that it's all about the physical embodiment right now. It's all about the cellular detox and the alignment and the strengthening of your physical vessel. And this is going to allow you to really ground in your higher 12D energies, this golden light that's wanting to be anchored through you at this time, not just for your own personal growth, but for humanity, So, I mean, even myself, I've been drawn to going back to the gym after God knows how long, just because I feel like I've got to work my muscles harder to hold the energies and really anchor into my physical. So, but you know what is right for you. It could be dietary changes, it could be exercise changes, it could be just a walk on the beach. Really, whatever is your gig, trust your higher self, trust your inner guidance. And this is also the Aquarian energy, I feel, the trusting your own inner guidance here. That, you know, your path is your path. It's not going to be the same as your Arcturian or Syrian or Palladian friend, for example. Because we are now moving beyond the labels of our galactic heritage, and we are becoming, I've said it before, galactic citizens. And this is because many of us have soul extensions in different aspects, in different, not only different places on the earth, but even on Shirabodhyandana, Parapyandana, even back into different star systems, yeah? And as the earth continues to shift her alignment, and the magnetic fields of the earth also allow more interface between the veils of different energies, then we are been called home to ourselves in a much deeper, in a much more dramatic and radical way internally. So it's almost as though there have been gaps, if you will, in our energy, in our chakra pillar, in our energy field. Some would say, oh, that's because of childhood trauma, yeah? But remember that everything we experienced as a child was put there to give us a mirroring experience of our galactic karma, yeah? And I'm not saying don't do the therapy work, don't work on your childhood trauma, don't work on forgiveness, don't work on seeing a therapist if that's what you feel to do. I still do some of that work. I think it's very valid, especially if we've had trauma in the past. So keep doing that, but also knowing that at the same time, in parallel to that process of working on the 3D level and the stories and the narratives of our life, this life, we are purging out ancient wounding in the collective field, which is going to not allow the repetition of these karmic outplays in further incarnations. So we are the new seeding of a new way, yes? A new seeding of a new way. And this is, of course, extremely uncomfortable in the physical, because we are really been asked to shed our identity. Over and over, we've been asked to shed our identity. And that, to the ego, is terrifying, really. Terrifying to step up into the world in a different way, to be seen in a different way, to think in a different way from what you know, what you came from, what holds you back. And that is the energy of this full moon, I feel. We've been invited to move past those limitations. We're being invited into full rainbow light radiance of who we are. So this isn't an easy feat, and as I'm working with this transmission, I hear galactic beings in all different dimensions saying, have courage. You know, this is Have courage, dear friends. And this is the Leo energy. Have courage, have heart, that you can do this. That really, this is not easy. And they understand that because they are in the etheric, yes? And they say, this is something that has not been completed in one organic vessel before. So the eyes of the universe are on us as we go through this deeply transformative phase of the earth, because they have not seen, they are watching with keen awareness, I hear, that to see how we manifest this dimensional shift in consciousness. Because this is going to be a template for other societies. This is going to be a template that will then be used for future knowledge. Because once it is anchored into us, it will be set in the Akash. It will be set in the Akash of the soul template, so that every being post this experience of the earth will be able to use it, and that will be a game changer on the not only on the earthly realm, but on other realms too. Yeah. So amazingly powerful time. There's just no words for it, really. It's beyond words, because these energies are just super high galactic frequencies. Yeah. So once again, I really thank you for tuning in with me. Oh, the other piece I feel just to sort of say hello to is Amethyst. I mean, I mentioned it earlier in a post, I feel. But Amethyst, the stone of the Aquarian, yeah, but also very useful for clearing, purifying and anchoring at this time as we go through this big change, especially this month of Aquarius. So you might want to grab yourself a bit of amethyst. I also have some amethyst palms and hearts you can shout out if that resonates. But seriously, it is beyond words, Kathy. So I think we've just got to take one day at a time and keep anchoring and letting go and just breathing, really, just breathing. So again, I encourage you to join me for the 5/2/23 full moon in Leo within Aquarius transmission this Sunday. Please book in to our transmission. I'll send the link below, of course. And also, don't sit at home feeling alone and uncertain if you've got energies you need to move. Come visit me, or another healer for that matter, or another therapist, or move the energy in a class of exercise of something. It's about movement right now. Let the energies move. So if you feel to connect with me for a one-on-one, whether it be in person on the Sunshine Coast or in Sydney, I'll be in Sydney from the 4th of February to the 7th of February. If you wish to connect me with a one-on-one session while I'm there, please PM me and I'll try and arrange that for you. Otherwise, come and do an online session. Let's move the energy. Let's get some information coming through my psychic awareness. So I'm offering readings. I'm offering soul activations through light language and hands-on healing if you're in the room. But also I'm working with people that have a spiritual business. So people that would like a little bit of supervision or mentoring around clients or around how to get them moving in a business context. That's something that I feel like I want to start offering this year. So, and one day I promise I'll update my website. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure I'll get to it this year. So, thank you for tuning in, guys. Blessings on your Monday morning. I hope all goes well for you this week, leading up to the full moon this Sunday. Sending so much love. I'm really loving and really grateful of the community here at the moment. It's just going from strength to strength, and it really warms my heart. So thank you for continuing to support me. Thank you for continuing to tag and put out this work for other people. If it's a benefit, I always say that please pay it forward if you can. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love, and hope to catch you very soon, guys. I'll post this on YouTube later today, so if you feel to share the YouTube or click on the notification for the YouTube, please do. It will help that get about. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.